Some time ago, we posted a video talking about money, and it was a Fox News clip talking about digital currency that's coming. And I can tell that this video has a lot of interest. A lot of people are talking about it. The comments are still coming on, and we're thankful to hear about it. And so I wanted to stop by today to talk to you a little bit about this money situation that's going on. Because without money, we can't buy stuff, we can't live, and that's important. And so the issue with this money thing is something that I want to touch on today. Look. The issue with the money, we all want it to be fixed. We want our legislators to fix it. We want our statesmen to fix it. And when you hear somebody come on and say, listen, this is prophetic, there is no answer for it, it may seem like there's a bottomless pit in your stomach. You're like, what do you mean that there's no solution for it? I want to stop by and tell you today that there really is no solution for it. Your statesmen, your senators, your legislators, the Federal Reserve, they don't have an answer. They're not going to put forth an answer. Listen, in this world, there are two forces at play. It is God and it is Satan. That's it. There is no third body. There's no third force. This is it. Christians call this the great controversy. And so what we're dealing with, we're watching forces for good and forces that are not for good, battling it out. And we are in the middle. And so, yes, we are looking at situations that are coming that there is not an answer for. But listen, the Lord in his goodness and his mercy gave us some prophecy that speaks to this that's coming. I want to read something in John that is in the Bible that is in red, which means this is something that Christ has said. And I want to preface this by saying, if this situation is something that God told us was coming, then the place we find the answer is with the same author. We got to go to God and find out what's the answer to the situation that's taking place. If we keep looking for the statesman to answer the questions of the problems in our life, we're going to keep waiting for a very long time. John chapter 14, verse 29 says this, "And now I have told you before it come to pass, that when it come to pass, ye might believe." And so before we get into any other discussion, this is what I want to put forth for you to consider. If the Lord told us it was going to happen long time before it actually happened, I hope and pray that while it is transpiring, it will cause us to do something what? Believe. If Jesus told us it was going to happen long before it did, then we want to know that he has the answer. Now, let's go to Luke chapter 21. Luke chapter 21. I'm going to read just one verse. Luke 21 verse 25 says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." Now, this verse may seem enigmatic. It may seem like it has nothing to do with nothing, but this is prophecy in God's word, talking about what's happening right now. Listen. It says that we would have, it's talking about signs in the sun, moon, and stars, but the earth distress of nations. Do we have distress going on right now amongst the nations? Yes, we do, like no other time in earth's history. It also tells us this will be mixed with perplexity and the sea and the waves roaring. Now, when you study God's word line upon line, like it says, you begin to understand that this distress of nations with perplexity is talking about a financial problem happening in our lifetime before the end of the world. This is exactly what it means. And so what are we seeing right now? We are seeing distress of nations with this perplexity, with this financial problem. And now this digital currency seems to be coming. The Fed Now program seems to be getting ready to be instituted. We are seeing things where it looks like our money is not worth much, and inflation is going up, and the ability to buy and sell is getting harder, and we can't buy the same amount of things as we used to. Listen, this has been prophesied. And so if it has been told to us long before it happened, now we've got to believe and look for the answer from the same author. Now, If you want to talk about it, if you want to have a discussion, instead of me just coming on and saying some things, if you want to have a discussion where we can talk about this and I can answer your comments and we can get into this to find out what does a viable solution really look like, I want you to start commenting below. I want you to tell me that you're interested in having this conversation, and then we will schedule a live and come on and we will talk about this situation about the money. We might even bring on some guests as we're talking about the money, and we can just iron this thing out from a logical standpoint in God's word, look at history, what's happening, and then maybe we can have some answers as to what the real answers to this or solutions to this problem is. If you want to join that conversation, comment below, let us know, and we will set up a time and let everybody know, and we'll come on here and answer the questions about our money. What's next? What can we do to be prepared? See you then. I'll be looking for the comments to see when and where, and then we'll get together. See you then.